Hey everybody, welcome back to what I believe is going to be part 4 of 4 in this Machinist tool pick. And I just wanted to revisit, well, actually this was in the last box and I don't think I set it off to the side and I don't think I got back to it. I just wanted to show this item here that I found. Well, for those of you who do not recognize what this is actually pretty cool. This is a what's called a large caliper leg, but it's not for a set of calipers. It's actually for the Starrett 59 series trammel points. And the idea was that you could take out the trammel point and use the trammel point clamp with these, a pair of these. One had a fixed leg, which is missing, and then this is the side with the adjustable fine adjustment leg. Okay, so there's actually a eccentric mechanism in there, or a cam or something, so that I turn this, it actually just makes a slight adjustment to this. But anyways, so this turns your trammel points into trammel point clamps into a very large caliper if necessary. Unfortunately, this was the only side I had found in that load of stuff, but I actually, over the years, I think I've come across some of these and actually may even have the other side somewhere. Then the other thing I wanted to go back to was this little surface gauge, this little Brown & Sharpe surface gauge that I showed in the last episode. It turns out this is actually quite interesting. It is a pretty rare one apparently. I think it is a 120A, a Brown & Sharpe 120A. It's quite unusual. It's only got a 4-inch long mast, but what's really unusual about it is the mechanism here, the way this is put together. So that's quite a departure from the majority of the small Brown & Sharpe surface gauges that you find for sale like on eBay. So I did a little bit more research. That's what came me to the that's what brought me to the conclusion that this, I believe, is a 121A. And I did find a post on Practical Machinist website. There was apparently a collector or somebody who was an aficionado on these early ones here. He had shown a picture of 3 of them side by side of this series and explained the differences. The oldest ones being from the 1800s. This one was the newest of the series and I think went from like around 1905 to 1933 maybe. So it's still quite old, and it must be pretty rare because all of the ones I searched for on eBay from sold auctions, they all did not have this style. They had the style that came after this, which I don't have one here, but it's more similar to like what the Starrett uses on a lot of theirs. So that makes this kind of rare. I don't know what I'm going to ask for this, quite frankly. The other thing that bothers me, well, sort of bothers me, is I haven't been, all of the ones that I was able to find photographs of, pictures of, that have this style mechanism here, they all have like a raised area right here where the Brown & Sharpe name is. This one does not have that. This one has Brown & Sharpe marked over here. You know, in the photographs, the thing that is over here almost looks like it might be a placard, like maybe it could be removed. So my thought was, well, maybe there was something here and it was removed, but that doesn't seem to make sense to me because of the fact that we've got this, the markings are right over here. So why would they have it here and here? So this makes me wonder if this predates those, or maybe it's even later. Maybe it's near the end of the run. And I'm just double checking, and there are no numbers on it. It just says hardened, Brown & Sharpe, Providence, Rhode Island, USA, and then the Brown & Sharpe logo, which that logo might also indicate or be a clue as to the age. All right, on to box of goodies number 4. So I paid $50 for this box of items right here and 2 other semi-large items that I'll show you at the end of going through this stuff. Deburring tool. This is the style that you can, yep, extend it. So nothing wrong with that. It says Israel right here, so this is probably a Noga. All right, couple of Mighty Mags, and these are not the Chinese rip-offs. These are the genuine Mighty Mags, clearly marked made in the USA. This one's got a little damaged area on the knob here, but it still seems to work, and this one's okay. If you don't know what these are for, you could put a rod in here for an indicator, and then you can just slap this magnet anywhere you want, you know, to have an indicator nearby. So these can actually be pretty handy. I have one sitting on the side, stuck to the knee on my mill, so it's easy to grab. Oh man, I almost stuck that right in my knuckle. So there's tape on this side to protect you. So this is a super sharp scriber, very import cheap looking, but you know what? It's clean as a whistle. It's like brand new. So it's completely unmarked. This is a little import surface gauge. This, on the other hand, might be an early scriber that might belong to one of the other, you know, Starrett ones that I found in here. And then, well, as long as we're looking at this, look at this baby right here. This is a real beauty. Now, somebody wrote their name on here in marker. I'm hoping that's going to come off, because this looks like it's another Starrett, the big boy, the 57C or D or whatever. Yeah, it's clearly marked Starrett right here. So this is the nicest, cleanest 57 Starrett I've ever had. That's engraved on the bottom there, but that's actually fantastic shape. I have some solvent right here. Let me just give this a quick try. Oh yeah, all right, that worked no problem. So we've got just the slightest bit of rust on some of the knobs and things. We've got a snug, looks like a genuine Starrett snug on here. Yeah, this is really nice. The pin's free. The pins are not stuck so badly that I can't just pop them loose with a good push. So they're a little stiff, but they're not frozen. That finish is fantastic on this. Really love that look. I could keep this for myself, but the reality is I have a nice shop-made one that somebody had made and put a lot of love into, and I decided, since that was not a pedigree of Starrett, it wasn't as valuable, but it was still pretty nice, I'd keep that one for myself, and that's why I tend to sell these when I get them. This one's extra clean though. Got a straight parallel clamp here. No markings on it. Looks like whoever made this had started to maybe make a recessed area to stamp their name into and didn't bother. And we got three more little outside, well, two outside calipers and one inside. This is of the style of the Starrett toolmaker. That's what it is. So we get another nice, sweet little Starrett toolmaker outside caliper, and this might be the twin, the inside. It's marked Starrett, but it's got a very different, it just says the word Starrett and nothing else. It doesn't say Athol Mass or any of that on there, which is interesting. It's also the toolmaker series, and this one is also a Starrett, but I forgot what series this is, but it's not as expensive as these. So I'll have to check, see if I'm missing any of these from my personal collection, any of these sizes. Got a couple of fishtails. The American Caliper Company, Rockford, Illinois. I've had a few of these. And here's one with the little attachment on it, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so this is a Starrett, and it's got the Starrett attachment right on it, which is has a number 392 maybe. I Can't quite make it out. But that's a neat little attachment that Starrett made for these. Then there was this. Nice looking grinding vise. Precision vise. It's made in the fashion of how I see a lot of these made. But I think it is most likely a shop-made one. Again, it's engraved by the previous owner. And the reason why I think that isn't just the fact that there is no markings other than the engravings on it. But oftentimes when you look at these, you see little imperfections that kind of give it away. So it's still a nice, very nice looking vise. The grind on it looks nice. But what I'm seeing that makes me say that is, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but this row of holes is not straight. In other words, if we drew a line through the center line of these two end holes, it would not go through the center of all of the holes in between. I mean, it's barely perceptible, but you can kind of see something going on there. And to be fair, it might not even be the holes. It might be just an issue with the countersinking, maybe deeper on this hole right here, for instance. It actually, to me, it almost looks like this last hole is dropped down a little bit. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I had somebody already inquiring about this. I told them, I said, I got to decide if I'm going to keep this one or not. I actually have a few of these, so I'm probably going to be making some decisions real soon on which ones to let go. I hate shipping these. These are the kind of things that just, they really want to break through the cardboard box if they shift during shipping and cause chaos and loss of limb. All right. So actually, this is going to be probably a pretty short one because I only have those 2 items left I'm going to show you. Keep in mind that, this was all for $50. So, depending on how much you value this at, I'm probably already in pretty good shape, and that's before these next 2 items. So the next item is this 58-piece steel clamping set. So this is the typical metal hanging tray, hangable tray with the slots in it there. I've got a couple of these that are used and they weren't complete, so that's why I kept both of them, because between the 2 of them and a lot of the just ones that I've got laying in boxes and stuff, I've got plenty of these studs and holes down, so I don't need to keep this. It's clearly marked made in China. It's got a part number on it that I think I looked it up, and I think this actually was right in the MSC catalog under the value series, or I found it online. Oh, it's Shars. Okay, so again, it's Chinese, but maybe a little bit better than not. But this box was sealed, and I only opened this box just to verify that, in fact, that it hadn't been retaped. And you can see all of the stuff inside is still in this soy sauce, or I don't know what the heck it is, that they packed this stuff in so that it will not corrode when it's coming literally on the slow boat from China. So I already sold this for $45. I think this is still in the catalog, can be bought online for $65 or $70, somewhere around there. But the funny thing is, everybody's charging like $30 more to ship it. So you end up paying like $95 for it once you get it. So, guy I sold it to is local. He's going to come pick this up. He's happy at $45, and I'm happy at $45. So, when I first pulled this out of the back, like the bottom section in one of the toolboxes, one of those toolboxes with a cubby hole in the bottom, it was way in the back. The guy didn't even notice it was back there until I pulled it out. And then I looked at it and I thought, geez, I'm kind of worried that he's going to want a little bit too much money for this. But then when we worked the deal, and he said he'd take the $50 for the lot, and that worked out for me, because I do not want any more of these drop indicator stands. I just have too many of them, and they're a pain to ship because this has got a granite block attached to it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice little stand. It's an Enco comparator stand, even, you know. So I don't know how much that would be new, but it's decent. And it's got this nice stare at drop indicator on it, which is working perfectly. It's nice and clean. It works perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got a very weird tip on it. I don't know why. It's got a tip that's got a curve on it. And that was done on purpose by somebody. I don't know why. I don't really care. You can obviously take that tip off if necessary, and you know, put another one on there. So obviously I'll take that indicator off and sell it separately. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude this series of what probably ended up being a four-parter of the machinist tools that I was able to pick. And until I see you again, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Take care.